Hi, I'm going to show you how to work with Python scripts on the Kebnekaise HPC cluster maintained by HPC2N for the Intro to Python for HPC course as provided by NICE. Taking a look at the table of contents for this session, I will tell you why Python scripts are important. We're going to create a Python script and we're going to run it. Now zooming in, why Python scripts are important. It is because you cannot work without them practically. So instead the alternative is to paste Python commands by hand every time you want to get a more complex calculation running. And you copy paste this from a file probably somewhere else anyways. You have those commands in a file already or in an email or whatever. So just put them in a file on an HPC cluster and run it from there. Like a plain text file with Python code. That is what is called a Python script. Also, probably you have gotten a Python script from your colleague or you're starting to write your own Python script. They're also needed to schedule more complex jobs. You always need to schedule complex jobs. And they typically run Python scripts. Sure, there you can do it without, but that's very unexpected. Alright, so the goal of this session is to practice also using the documentation of your HPC cluster. So that's HPC2N. And from that documentation we find out how to create a Python script and how to run it. So that is exercise 1. For your favorite HPC center, find the documentation on how to create a file. Search for a maximum of 5 minutes. If you cannot find it, use the UpMax documentation about Nano. Good. So let's try out if we can find this in the HPC2N documentation. So I put that documentation to the right. And here I keep the exercise to the left. And we need to search for how to edit a file. So edit a file. Let's take a look what we find. MobiX terms, Slurm commands, preparation, example, simple example. Creating a file. Beautiful. Define a file. So this is not useful. Maybe we're going to use the word text editor. QE editors. Here we have editors. Let's click on that. Here we have Nano. Simple commands for Nano. Starting Nano. Type Nano file name on the command line and press enter. Or this is perfect. Also it tells you exactly how Nano works. This is perfect documentation. Well done HPC2N. So I'm going to follow this documentation here. Let's take a look. We have to create a file. We need to copy paste stuff in it. We need to save, we need to close, and we need to confirm. So for this I keep this in my head now, and I'm going to take this documentation here, or I just copy paste the answers. It's exactly the same. What about I just do this by heart? So here I have, I'm on Kebnekaise. I'm just going to clean up stuff there. I'm on Kebnekaise. I have no files, only folders. And I'm going to create a file called helloworld.py. And what you already see here in the documentation, you have to type nano space and then the name of the file. So I'm going to do that. Nano space and then the name of the file. I need to copy paste the following content in the script. So copy paste it. So here I copied it, or you select this and do Ctrl C. To paste it, you use Ctrl Shift V. You need to use the Shift if you paste to a terminal. Good. So the content is in. Now we need to save the script. So saving, you won't find the word save here. You will find the old school words for this called write out. So that's what we'll be doing. And here we see this #0. This means press Ctrl O to write to an output file. So I press Ctrl O now. And it asks me, to which file do you want to save? Well, I'm working on this file. It suggests this file's name. I press enter and now it wrote one line to that file. Next step is closing the text editor. So that's Ctrl X to exit. Let's do that. Ctrl X there. Now we need to verify that the script indeed has its contents saved, like maybe we forgot to save or whatever. To do that, I can open the file again using nano. Here, if I press enter, I will see it. It is there, well done. I exit again. Another typically used way is to use cat. Cat is the Linux command to show the content of a file. Well done. Next step. Now we're going to run it. And we need to search for how to run a Python script. Run Python script. So let's take a look what the search results give. Running. In order to run number, if you're running, this is batch running to batch. Here's some bash running a Python code, bash script. Maybe I need the word Python more. Let's start with Python. Python packages, Python bundle, site installed, virtual and general. Maybe this is a good one. General example. I'm going to go with the general example. General examples. Let's take a look if that shows us how to. Alright, this is not it. This is not it. Start Python. Take a look. Example, Jupyter running. I'm going to click on this one, see what happens. Running as run Python. Alright, this is some information, but this is hard to find. I cannot find. So maybe some kind of Python guide. Let's take a look at Python guide. Python guide. Additional info, software, additional connection guide, Python. Let's click on Python packages. Maybe it's there. Oh, beautiful. This is about virtual environments. Using your package. Go up. User installed software, list of software prerequisites, loaded up version 11, Perl, installing R CRAN, installing R add-ons, use Python packages. Let's see where it is. Module Spider, sure. Alright, so now I'm gonna give up here. Instead I'm gonna use the UpMax documentation on how to run a Python script. Copy this link, copy link there. I paste it here. There. So here's the UpMax documentation on how to run a Python script. You do type Python and then the name of the script file. So let's do that on Kebnekaise, Python and the name of the script. And there it is. There we have run our script. One thing you may have noticed is that I've never loaded a Python module. This means it's probably a very old version of Python that I'm running here. So let's do module load Python to load a newer version of Python, and maybe I misspelled it, maybe it has to be with a capital P. That's not it, so let's do module spider Python to find out which module we need to load. ASE. Oh, that's a lot of work. Let's do capital P, let's see if that's a difference. There. Here we have it. So I'm gonna load this one, because why not? Module load there. Probably this doesn't work yet. I need to find a bit more information how to load this. So that's this. Type this, and then it says, Richel, you also need to load this. Before that, sure. And where's my command? There. I paste it in the middle. Now I've loaded Python 3.9.6, and now if I run the script again, it does exactly the same. And that's because my script was very old school, very old, like old versions of Python. Probably the first already accepted a script like this. So with that, we have been able to create and run a Python script. And we have done so for the Kebnekaise HPC cluster maintained by HPC2M. And this was part of the course Intro to Python for HPC as provided by NAS. With that, I wish you a very good day. Bye.